Murder Drones changed a lot of people's lives within the fandom. I think we all can agree on that. Many people have created a lot of memories from it. From within the fandom, or within the show, or whatever related it is to the show. But now is the question, what was people's favorite memory? That is what I exactly asked one day ago as I'm recording this on Twitter and on YouTube. So, let's discuss about it, and yeah, let's get on to the video immediately. Firstly, I want to start off with my favorite memories. Now, I really could choose one, but as it's my video, I think I decided to just include all of them. So yeah, let's get on to it. My favorite memories within the fandom. Firstly, one of my favorite memories is, it's pretty harsh, but it always entertained me, so it all the glitch fuck ups. Listen, you just had to be there whenever glitch fucked up. And I know it's harsh. Companies make mistakes, and I completely get that. Everyone makes mistakes at the end of the day. Even I do. But you just had to kind of be there with the fandom going crazy whenever there was a merge leak or something, or a frame leak or something. You just had to be there, and then fans over-analyzing every single pixel of that frame leak, which, for example, happened in episode 6, which actually the most pre-episode fuck-ups. It had a merge leak, it had a frame leak, and it also had a characterless leak that day. Luckily, it didn't ruin any of the spoilery within the episodes, so that is very lucky. Secondly, being in Let's Celebrate Murder Drones. Of course, this is coming from Yax's channel, which currently the video at the moment has 155k views. So yeah, that is a lot of views, but also the video is over 5 hours long. So yeah, it's really cool that I'm included in it. A small part, of course, as there's also a lot of other content creators in it, but still very cool I'm in it. And also the experience building up to it was very, very memorable. Thirdly, the cameo in GlitchX 2024 plus Glitch liking my tweet back in April 2024. The cameo in GlitchX 2024, oh my gosh, that was probably my favorite if I have to be honest. I mean, who would have expected it? I'm officially in GlitchX 2024 even though it was kind of mid. You never expected me to say that, did you? Also, Glitch liking my tweet back in April was also very memorable, which I did not see anything coming. But yeah, let's roll back the clip one more time of me being in GlitchX 2024 and then move on to the next.
Yeah! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yo! Oh my god! Yo! What the fuck? Holy shit!
You did it! You did it!
Hitting 1k on YouTube and also 10k on Twitter is something not a lot of people have, which I'm very privileged to have right now. And lastly, what I'm going to mention is watching episode 7 with friends and also reacting to episode 8. Watching episode 7 or reacting to it with 2 of my friends was very memorable. Also reacting to episode 8, it was incredible. Episode 7, in my opinion, was also like, holy shit, what the fuck is happening? Like, for example, that reveal of Sim being Tessa. Oh dear. But yeah, you can clearly see the shock and in my voice and with everything what was happening. Unfortunately, the other half of episode 7 I do not have anymore because there were issues in the first half of the episode because of certain synchronizing issues. Yeah, it's very weird. But luckily, I do have the full entire episode 8 reaction up on my channel, which is on the, if you want to watch later, I guess you can still do so. That is also probably one of my favorite things as well. But to be honest, just reacting to every single episode, not gonna lie, is just also very memorable and one of the best experiences you can have from Murder Drones. So, that is my segment done. Let's go on to everyone else. So, I have asked all my viewers and audience, or however you want to call it, the same question. Disclaimer, I did not include everyone, so please don't be disappointed if you submitted something and yours just isn't in. I just chose, I think, like 15, 16 of my favorite, And if you fall outside of it, it's not that yours is bad or anything. It's just that, yeah, I just do not really want this video to be an hour long, if you know what I mean. So, it's unfortunate, I know, but it is what it is. But I did read through every single one of them. That's one thing, that's for sure. So, let's get into it, shall we?
My favorite memory was after episode 8 released. I got really into MD and started to meet many people that had the same interests as me. Many late nights as we spent yapping about everything from how episode 5 was not that bad to what happened to the community in 2 months' time. And it all combining into meeting some of those people at Dutch Comic Con was absolute peak.
Of course, Marijn, it's been going very fast for you lately, especially right after episode 8. I've already met with him actually in real life. I've already met him like 3 times. Already went to Zandvoort with him. I already went to a football game with him. Actually 2 football games, holy hell.
Yeah, it's 162.
And I also went to Dutch Comic Con with him. And Dutch Comic Con as well, I was there on only the Sunday. So it was a very fun day that day. Unfortunately, I had to leave at like 4 p.m. Legs were getting very tired. But yeah, it was a very fun day because I did see everything that was going on. And there was a lot of MD fans. A lot more MD fans than what I was initially expecting. Because I thought, oh, all of the MD fans are mostly going on Saturday. But no, there was also a couple of them on Sunday. So, yeah. And also, I got to meet some people during Dutch Comic Con, or well, Dutch people, of course. Like, for example, the official Dutch, may I add, Dutch Jack's voice actor of the Amazing Digital Circus, Adam. A great guy, by the way. He's a very friendly guy. But yeah, I met him. And along with many others who I knew online only, but now I finally got to see in real life. Which was just incredible in my opinion. It was a very fun day. And by the way, Marijn, you have a great, but I mean a great singing talent. You should audition for the Voice of Holland right now.
Well, my favourite memory has to be episode 7. Because after seeing it, like, watching it for the first time, and then, like, the reveal that, like, Sin was Tessa, I was absolutely just gobsmacked. I was like, what? Like, seriously, like, it's just, at the time, it was so mind-blowing that I almost, like, shouted so loud and was woke up my parents that night. Oh my god. I will never forget that.
Ah, yes. The plot twist. Tessa being Sin was honestly, and I don't blame you, one of the most shocking reveals that I definitely didn't see coming at all. I mean, heck, I even joked about it because at the time I didn't believe it was real. I remember I was DMing with Yaxter here, and I was saying, oh, there's more chance of my OC being included in MD than Tessa being Sin. And you know what happened? Tessa was indeed Sin because there were some hidden traits, like for example, her arm was robotic, and I think as well with blood she was very vague about it, I guess I should say. Yeah, she was very vague about being human overall, and also that access denied thing and all of that. You know exactly what I mean. Yeah, it was a very shocking plot twist. So I bundled here a lot of tweets together and also comments on YouTube. But basically it all has to do with the same thing. The pre-episode hype. The pre-episode hype around the series itself is pretty underrated. It's even one of my favorite memories. And I didn't include it in my last segment because I wanted to discuss about it here right now. So let's do that. To be honest, like someone said here, a lot of people were hyped when the first episode 7 teaser came out. Heck, I even still have a recording of the fandom going crazy because Blitz then tweeted MD news coming soon or something like that. And the fandom, my lord, it went insane. Like, this video kind of summarized it already, which I made, and also got, I think, like 2,000 views, so that's very nice. But still, the hype for the episode, especially episode 7, was just insane, because, you know, we haven't had an episode back then for like 7 months or something. And finally, we're gonna have our show back for the first time in 7 months, which was just very insane. Also, one of my favorite memories from this is also like, whenever like the teaser trailer came out, everyone would just analyze every single frame in the teaser, which is just a very, like, it was a very loyal thing to do, but also a very fun thing to do, in my opinion. I also did that myself, of course. So yeah, that was just also a very fun thing to do. But yeah, to be honest, pre-episode hype, very underrated. This memory is set by Blanta, which is a fellow content creator of mine, so that's very nice. And he said, there's a few. One of was watching my Kahoot video get more and more views until it eventually hit 100k. 2 was getting inspired by Yaxter for a collab and a Goodbye MD project, or Let's Celebrate MD project if you want to exactly know what I mean. That meant so much to me. And then Cosmo recognized me in the comments before that, and Vanity praised my doll analysis. It was awesome. And thirdly is when V came back. I was so happy. Of course, Blanta, your Kahoot video deserved 100k in my opinion. I mean, hey, who got second place in that? Also, thank you, Yak, for robbing me out of first place. Nah, JK. But yeah, seriously though, who got second place in that is myself, which I'm very proud of to say, because the video did hit 100k. But yeah, it also inspired to create my Kahoot video, which was mostly about myself. And that was also a very fun thing to do, together with Yak, Daya, Excavator and stuff. You know the 5 already. And that Sleepy eventually won. Oh my gosh, how did he even win? Also, you mentioned you were in the Let's Celebrate MD video and other content creators recognizing you. It's, of course, that's very special to you, which I absolutely get. As well as with myself, a lot of ND content creators also recognize me, which is just an insane achievement. So, I absolutely get your memory and why it's your favorite.
It easily has to not only be becoming a content creator because of MD, but also being able to meet so many genuinely good and cool people thanks to that, and helping gather over 50 of them for a video celebrating the show for all it's done for us. Priceless.
Thank you, Yaxter, for voicing that. And I don't blame him. Of course, he was the one hosting the 50 Let's Celebrate Murder Drones video, where 50 content creators all went together and have one huge 5-hour video. And of course, I don't blame him. As well, in the fandom, not everyone is bad. Let's be real about that. Yes, there are a couple of bad apples here and there for sure, but not everyone is bad. And there are genuinely cool people I met, and he met within the fandom. So I don't blame him for saying that. And to be honest, that's pretty much all I really wanted to say about his memory, because it's pretty valid, not gonna lie. Totally Not's favorite memory was getting a J plush. Okay, totally. We know you like J. We all know that. I think a bit more hardcore than Vanity, and I think that is a pretty hard to achieve, not gonna lie. Yes, I combined 2 again into 1. First one being Con being introduced, and the second one being Con's best line, "Guys, my daughter is into doors." Not gonna lie, these are pretty valid favorite memories. They're also one of my favorites, not gonna lie. Moonlight's favorite memory was Nusu rule for the... Okay. Yeah. Should I tell him that that's not exactly good? I do not really want to get into this. Please, no. Tasmania Joyce on Twitter favorite memory was I literally joined the fandom because of this one edit of Wall-E versus Murder Drones. My favorite memory was probably watching episode 8 live. Firstly, everyone has their ways of joining the fandom or getting into the show of how they're being introduced to it. How I got introduced is because of SMG4. And your favorite memory was watching an episode 8 live, which is pretty valid, I'm not gonna lie. Watching an episode live is a very entertaining always, and that is definitely up there with your favorite memories. It just has to be. But yeah, a pretty valid memory in my opinion. DarkXUzi17 on Twitter favorite memory was seeing the premiere for episode 7 because it was the first time I got to see an episode premiere. I miss that memory. That is a very good favorite memory because, not gonna lie, seeing your first ever premiere is pretty special in my opinion. For my personal first premiere I saw was episode 5, but for others it could be episode 1 actually, even episode 2, episode 3, episode 7, episode 8, etc. So of course you will remember very goodly your first episode premiere. Gummy on YouTube favorite memory was... My favorite memory is probably watching Murder Drones for the first time. I know that's basic, but it's still a really nostalgic. The first words I ever said when I began watching Murder Drones was okay. So it's definitely a fun memory. I think, to be honest, watching also Murder Drones for the first time is also a very remembered memory. For example, I still remember when I first started watching it. First I saw, not gonna lie, it looks kinda cringe, but I gave it a shot. After accidentally clicking on it, that is. But I gave it a shot and I have no regrets in doing that. In my personal opinion, I first thought it looked kinda a bit cringe, a bit too childish, a bit boring I would say, but really after giving it a shot, I fell in love with it. And also, when I got to see Con for the first time, my first thoughts were, holy shit, is that a Doorman reference? Yeah, no joke, that's legit what I thought. But yeah, I remember fondly watching the first 4 episodes, because at that time when I began watching there were 4 episodes out, one night and spending like 2 hours throughout watching it. That Aussie Canadian on YouTube's favorite memory was, I met 2 of my best friends through Murder Drones. Honestly, it kind of became one of my pillars of my life. That may or may not be depressing, but it gave me something to look forward to and honestly made me happy in general. And I can agree on this. MD was really the last thing in like the modern era, which really gave me something to look forward to. Like Vanity pretty much said in his review video, MD gave me something to look forward to. And especially in the modern era, in 2024, that is very rare. Like sure, there are still a couple of things, but it's just very rare, I should say. And yes, Murder Drones also made me happy in general. It made me happier than what was happening in real life. Zebra's on YouTube favorite memory was Uzi and N fighting Doll in episode 3. Or well, the prominent fight scene. A lot of people find that fight scene to be the best fight scene within the entire show. And honestly, I can get them because it's seriously, the episode is seriously as peak overall. It's definitely within my top 3 of best of all time. And everything in that also is just perfectly balanced as well. Heck, for some people, this is their favorite episode, which I can get them as well completely. It isn't my favorite, but it's definitely still up there. And yeah, I can truly get their feelings with that episode 3 is the best episode and that the promenading should be actually called the peakening. This user's favorite memory was, I got a boyfriend thanks to MD. Damn, you won in life. I wish I had a girlfriend. Probably will never happen. great for you that you got a boyfriend, and hoping that your relationship will continue. Unfortunately for myself, I don't have a girlfriend, because who would want to be in a relationship with an MD content creator? Exactly. They don't touch grass, for real. By Silly Starlight on Twitter, favorite memory was, my favorite memory is when V saves Lizzie from Sulfur Uzi. I really like those two best friends, and the scene gave me a lot of relief, and the reactions to afterwards gave me a lot of laughter. In my opinion, we should have really gotten more with Lizzie and V, but yeah, that was kinda a little bit rushed, unfortunately, the finale, so we didn't got really any more of that. Besides maybe in the ending a little bit, but still, you know what I mean. But then you might make the argument, but wait, weren't they communicating on their phone? And yes, that's absolutely true, but that was mostly off screen though. Well, her typing essentially. Not really any dynamic or anything we really got to see on screen besides the message history thing. In my opinion, the phone thing was also the worst kept secret of all time, as pretty much everyone knew, oh, that's probably V. As who would Lizzie text me? Let's be real. And have that secret friend. Who would that be? Let's be real. Of course it's V, because Lizzie is the only one who can kind of befriend her. Death Templar, that's also a content creator on YouTube and Twitter. Favorite memory was the overwhelming surge of motivation I felt after watching the finale. It was like years of dead emotions sparking back to life. Man, I remember when I was finished watching episode 8, I instantly got in the call with Yag and the other content creators to discuss about it. Let's be real, the entire VC was chaos. But yes, in my opinion, I've mostly felt this after every single episode. It was like a spark which just got into me, a surge of energy. And then the rest of the night, I couldn't sleep. True story, by the way. I never could sleep after an MD episode. Never. But yeah, it's absolutely valid that you have that as favorite memory, and I can also relate to it. And well, that was everyone who I wanted to include. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button. I think 75 likes would be a lot and greatly appreciated. And yeah, thank you for watching the video. Check out my other content too. And make sure to maybe also subscribe if you haven't done so already. And yeah, see you guys later. Goodbye.